Hello friends, this is Jimmy Singh, broker owner of Supermax Realty, 647-961-2639, or you can visit my website www.supermaxrealty.ca. So friends, in today's video, I would like to discuss about pre-construction condo market in Toronto especially, and how things have changed in last couple of years and what are my concerns. So I'm sure in last couple of videos you have noticed that I'm getting little bearish for pre-construction market because builders are asking 10 to 15% more premium as compared to newer units. So what happened, friends, is I started selling pre-construction in Toronto 8-10 years ago, and that time the market was really good for investors because builders were selling a little bit below market value versus resale. So it is beneficial for investors like me and my clients to pick up units, wait for pre-construction 2-3 years or maybe 4 years and make money out of it, right? But right now the market is very different because builders have taken certain incentives away. I remember one of my clients I took at Liberty Village and even downtown on the Bay Street, they bought the unit actually 5% down, and then pretty much they pay 5% on occupancy after 4 years. So they did very well. That time the prices were like 300, 354, whatever. And then even it was good, for till last like 2-3 years ago, right? And other benefit that time was the builder was giving assignments, maybe at $500,000 or cheaper like that, and they were not giving headaches. So you can list assignment units on MLS or other public social media websites, and you can find decent buyer or negotiate on a fair market value by providing exposure to your client's property. But right now, they have tied my hands because if, as an agent, you're selling pre-construction, they said you can't put on MLS. If you want to rent occupancy, the newer unit, you can't put on MLS. You can't promote the units. And in last videos, if you check, I record couple of months, they are even penalize the clients. If they do so, they want them to cancel, and they even ask them money because they were breach or contract, and sometimes they even threaten to cancel their contract altogether, right? Because what's happening is, what builders are doing right now is they are holding certain units, not selling all the time. So one of the gimmicks I noticed in market in last couple of years, which is now getting very prevalent, is they release the units and say starting at low 400s, units starting at low 500s. And then what happen is you pick a phone, call the builder or promoters, and they said, oh, but that unit is gone. I'll tell you why it's gone. So let's say when builders release a floor plate, which we call like what sort of units go on a certain level, they might say, the corners are 2 bedrooms, then they have bunch of 1 bedrooms, bunch of 1 plus 10 bedrooms, because they are making these buildings more smaller units to attract more investors, right? So let's say if they say price start at mid 400s, so that might be a studio. And let's say on one floor plate, there might be 2 studios on one floor. So let's say if it's a 15-story building, so in the whole building, there might have like 20 or 30 studios for sale to the public. So typically what happens is when builder is making the buildings, first good units, he just keep to his family or insider friends. Then they release to, platinum brokers, VIP brokers, and go back, to public as well, right? But builders, what they do is they keep the smaller good units, or, they know they can fetch more money down the line. So they hold on to it. And initially they say, oh, everything is sold out. Then quietly, after 6 months, they release more units at higher price. And then more units after 6 months again at higher price. And suddenly, you say, what happened? Like they told me 6 months ago, everything is sold out. And suddenly after 1 year, you see more units coming on the market by the builder again. And sometimes they hold up till like 4th year, and then they release bunch of other floors for more money, right? So at the end of the day, as a professional agent, my loyalty is to my clients. I work to represent my buyers, my investors. So I don't like, people taking advantage of my clients. And I think that's not fair. Obviously, builder, when you sign a contract, you sign this thick contract, disclosure statements. So if there's a completion date or outside completion, everything is written in benefit of the builder. So they can scrap the project after 2 years. You can lose deposit. I see bunch of people lose big time in our market buying properties, certain parts in Toronto, and even what you call Vaughan areas. They put the deposit on hold for 2-3 years, and suddenly builders see the market have skyrocketed. Simply he said, sorry, I'm not going to make it. Your building is cancelled. Here is your deposit. Obviously, those people are lucky even they get the deposit, because some people have to drag the builders to the court and litigation to get the deposit back. So it comes to the point that reputation of builder is very, very important. Other thing is, some builders who are not experienced jumping on the crazy hot market, they can't foresee increase in pricing and the labor shortage. Because what happened in last couple of videos I shot in January, February, whatever, I talk about labor shortage. We are not sending our youth to the trade schools to be a carpenter, electrician, bricklayer, working with the concrete. So what's happening in Canada is they are giving the permits for people to come from East Europe, different parts of the world, Mexico. I don't know where the people come from, but it's a big, big shortage. And with COVID, what happened is now we have lumber shortage to top of it. So some of the projects I see in around GTA, the prices have risen suddenly in last 2 months. When I spoke to the builders, they said, Jimmy, the cost of lumber, plywood, everything skyrocketed 120% in last 2 months. Obviously, the price has to be passed on to the customer. But then I said, if he's asking that kind of money, 15-20% premium, I'd rather take my client and sell him a brand new assignment townhouse or assignment condo or a finished product which he can actually see, feel, touch. He can see where the parking spot is, how big is the parking spot, how is the actual finish of the unit, where are the amenities. So at the end of the day, it's making more and more sense for people to buy resale, or some agents who know what they're doing, they can even sell their clients assignments which are very profitable. Because what happens is I tell my clients, just wait. If you want a certain neighborhood, let's say Vaughan or downtown Toronto or Midtown, Yonge Eglinton, let the building come to completion, because there will be a lot of investors who are stuck, they want out, and at the end of the day there might be tons of supply. So if you watch my previous video, I talk about certain buildings which have tons of inventory for sale and rent, and then you have your buffet. You can actually pick and choose, and then basically you let others sellers fight among each other to sell it to you at a good price. As a buyer, you negotiate more, right? So at the end of the day, guys, it's getting hard for you to sell these properties on assignments. They said yes, you can assign it, but it's not cheap. Sometimes they are even withholding the right to assign at the end. Even you sign with the builder, yes, you can assign it, but the end they still withhold that privilege. Or they can say, give me 20,000, give me 30,000. I have seen some people call me and said, or from my channel, they booked like some semis or townhouse in GTA, and the builder now asking $15,000-$20,000 just to do assignments. They said, how come? How come? Because as I said, they are holding to build either those townhouses or condos till all the phases done, and they release at the last minute, and they don't want you to compete with them. That is their problem. So what I'm telling my clients is, you just close on those units. Don't need to assign it. You pay HST and then rent for 1 year, get the HST back. Because then once the unit is finished, there's more opportunity for the buyers. They can see it. I can stage your unit. I can make it nice, virtual tour and what and not. Buying from paper is not very emotional, right? Investors buy it, but a lot of end users I deal with, they still call me and say, Jimmy, I like to see the unit. So I take them around, show them the neighborhood, what resale units look like. And then if the building is in occupancy, I show them assignments. Last, I take them to the builder, because it is getting very risky. There might be some delay if they have a marriage in 2 years time and suddenly builder says, I'm going to crash this project, scrap the project, or it's going to be delay for 1 more year, 2 years. It's too much risk for the clients. I can't do that. I want to sleep good at night, make sure my clients make money and be happy about that, right? And as I said, problem with that is, if you notice the media in last couple of minutes, last couple of years, some of the projects have scrapped, and after waiting for 2 years, the people get the money back, and the market now is up already 30%, 40%. So they can't even go buy and buy those units, right? So I am concerned about certain pockets in downtown and Toronto where builders are selling at very expensive, price points. But I understand for some of my buyers or some of the customers, it makes sense if the price point is really low for the units, it's a starter units, and they are not ready to move in the unit yet. Maybe they are living with their families, they are getting married in 2 years time, they have a milestone, they're finishing schools, so they're just putting 5% now, 5% is like a staggered deposit payments. It might make sense for a starter smaller units, or if they're very focused on certain locations which are close to their work or subway. Yes, it can make sense to buy pre-construction, but buy with their eyes open. In real estate, they said buyers beware. So at the end of the day, there's lots of good agents in the marketplace. At the same time, there's a lot of bad apples. All they want to do is they want to promote the project, whatever they're marketing, and whoever calls, they want to sell everything. You know what I mean? I'm an investor. I've been personally putting my money online for 15 years. I'm a landlord. I manage my own rental properties all across Southern Ontario. And I have personally, if not thousands, I have leased hundreds of homes starting from Windsor, London, Kitchener-Waterloo, Brampton, Mississauga, downtown, Niagara Falls, Pickering, Ajax, everywhere. Because I have my own brokerage, I have my own property management. So at the end of the day, guys, when you pick an agent, sit with them, have a candid, conversation and see what he can done. Maybe it is good for you by pre-construction, maybe it's not good. So you want somebody who is truthful and honest. He tells you truth all the time. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you have any further question about buying any newer condo in Toronto or resale, give me a call. We'll sit and we'll discuss, pros and cons of each project and what is the best course of action. And if you're an investor looking to find a tenant for your property, or you want to cash out from your unit, give me for a free market evaluation. My number is 647-961-2639. And if you're a first time viewer at my channel, thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe at Real Estate Edge with Jimmy Singh. Give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or concerns, kindly leave your comments and I will respond back. Thanks for watching. God bless you.